Hello Leo, and welcome to your February 2024 reading. This is a reading for all Leo placements, but it doesn't have to be for any astrological sign really if you don't believe in it, or if you are not too serious about astrology like me. Then we can just have a little bit of a conversation and a reflection on a situation. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not predicting the future. I'm not like making decisions for you. I'm just trying to find a little more awareness and insight into a situation, also into a relationship dynamic. Maybe in the second part of the reading we are talking about relationships, so stay tuned, stay with me, and let's see what the cards have to say for you. All right. The Two of Pentacles, Leo, in the reverse. Pentacles, earth energy, that's really a card or an energy that is about grounding, that is about maybe materialism, maybe about the body, everything that is really taking its form on this world. So earth energy is strong here. With the Two of Pentacles, there might be a sense of stiffness, I want to say. Stiffness, because upright, this card is about flexibility and really staying light-footed when we walk into a new path, when we open a door and walk into a new direction and try to also build something into a new direction. When the Two of Pentacles is in the reverse, we might have a little bit of a hard time staying flexible, or there might be too many chores to handle all at once. So what we need to remind ourselves with when this card is in the reverse, that it's okay to do one step at a time, and it's also okay if something new is hard in the beginning. So staying playful is also important to think about, and maybe getting help. In this particular deck, and that's why I'm saying this, there's two people on this card, and this is rather unusual because normally there is one person and he's juggling these two pentacles, but in this card there's really two people in this card, and it is maybe about thinking about letting somebody help you, or really picking the right people to help you, because sometimes people do more damage than help if they are not the right people, which can definitely be a thing here. The Two of Pentacles is also in the reverse a card where we might not be ready to step into a new chance just yet. Maybe there is a chance presenting itself, maybe there is an opportunity, but we are not feeling ready, which is fine, you know. Maybe it's something that is not really running away, that is staying. The chance is here, you don't have to rush into it. And that's something I did these readings in German as well. I have a German speaking channel as well for people who might want to see this in German. And I do separate readings, so I do German readings separately from the English readings, so I do double readings, but often the same themes come up, and this Two of Pentacles in the reverse was there in the German reading already for Leo. So there was this idea of there is an Ace of Pentacles. Or, no, there was an Ace of Pentacles. There is an Ace of Pentacles, which is an opportunity that is presenting itself, but we might not be ready just yet to step into it, and that's completely fine, you know. So that's some things to think about, maybe. We have a Fool in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, that is very much a confirmation of maybe not being ready to step into something, or not want to take too much of a risk, not feeling free enough, maybe also. And when these cards are in the reverse, I don't want to jump to the conclusion that, oh, there's something wrong or there's something bad about this. Maybe this is the right thing to do right now, not take the risk, not start something new, not go deeper into a thing, which doesn't mean that the thing itself is a bad thing, but maybe right now we just need to be a little more cautious and a little more hesitant, and figure out why that is. Maybe our intuition is also telling us, no, don't step into this, you know. So we don't want to just automatically go into oh, that's a bad thing when a card is in the reverse. No, not at all, you know. So yeah, the Fool in the reverse is saying I'm maybe not ready to take things so lightly. I'm maybe not ready for this new journey, or he can be literally foolish, so don't do that, obviously. Like taking really uncalculated risks that could be dangerous. So of course we want to avoid that. Yeah, I don't see that because we have the Six of Pentacles here that fell on the Fool. So it's more like a calculated risk not taken, or it is calculated that you're not taking the risk. That's what I want to say. With the Six of Pentacles, that is an equal give and take card. Also when it comes to manifesting something, when it comes to having results and gaining results and maybe working together with people, putting something into a situation, into a project, into a relationship, into a working environment and gaining and getting the gains in a balanced way. Okay, and we have the High Priestess in the reverse. I mean, it could be that this is telling me I read this wrong. Let's see. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands. This is a Leo card. So a lot that is coming up here in this reading is about timing. For me, the Queen of Wands is a card is often a card about timing, the right timing to act, the right moment to act. She's very much in tune with what she wants. She understands what she wants to accomplish, and she's really also having her eye on the prize, getting the things she desires. She's also very much about desire. So at the same time, she is receptive to the right moment to act. I think this is the overall energy here, waiting for the right moment to act. And your intuition might really be at play in this with the High Priestess in the reverse. And maybe waiting also for a more clear sign to move into something. I think that's a good thing because you've established a quite balanced situation here with the Six of Pentacles. We've established a quite even situation with a give and take situation when we want to build something, and we might want to not gamble that away, you know. So Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Also sort of saying don't act just yet, and don't act irrationally, and don't let your ego guide you. Don't let your irrational ego, I want to say, guide you. Wait for the right moment where it feels right to make that step, and trust that it's coming, even though it might not feel like you have the answer right now, even though it may not feel like you are at this right place at the right time. With the High Priestess in the reverse, we unfortunately could have the feeling like, oh, well, I don't feel like I belong here, you know. I don't belong here is what I'm hearing. So that's fine, because you do belong here. We have a Queen of Wands here, which is a strong Leo card. All right, so let's see what relationships have to say, or what we have to say about relationships. So I'm talking about relationship dynamics. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be any relationship really, partnership, business partnership, friendship, a family connection. This is also just suggestions how we maybe want to understand dynamics better. It's not something where it's like, oh, this is what I have to do or don't have to do. Two of Swords. Well, I feel like that's like here in the middle. That's a good thing. I like the Two of Swords. I talked about this card in the February readings quite a lot because this artist really gets it. We have this wonderful illustration here with this woman doing a yoga pose, balancing out with feathers. This infinity sign, there is a stork besides her, there's the moon in the back, there's the water. You have yeah, the card decks in the description box in case you are interested what I'm using. This is the Mother Peace Tarot. So it is about balancing out your ideas. That's why she's holding the feathers. The feathers are a similar symbol than a sword for the bird in the sky, having a higher understanding and a clear insight of things. So she's really trying to balance out the next step to take, how to move forward, and really distancing herself also a little bit from her emotions, which is the Two of Swords. Because the Two of Swords, we cannot forget, is also the Moon in Libra in the Crowley deck. So it is about also figuring out how to combine differing standpoints to find a new truth. Maybe also contradictory thoughts, how we can find an inner balance when we have a lot of contradictory thoughts, and how do we, based on that inner balance, move forward. That is the Two of Swords in a nutshell. Yeah, so I think this is something that both parties want to do in a relationship dynamic, and it could be that you're finding the middle ground as well when this is in the middle. So this card is very much about the middle ground, and it's also called peace in certain decks. So it is about keeping the peace, it is about finding compromise, and it is about diplomacy. This other person, Four of Discs in the reverse, I like it because it seems like a person is letting go of security structures within themselves, maybe materialistically, or holding on too tight to a sense of safety that keeps them from giving. So I feel like, of course, it could also be letting go of a connection and clinging to a connection to have a sense of safety, but it could also just be something within themselves. It seems like, it seems there is a leveling up with the World card. We can, and it fell in the middle. It can be a leveling up in a relationship, or in relationships, in our connections in general, where we are really like, okay, I want to live my connections on a different level, on a higher level, on the next level. Doesn't need to be higher, you know, the next level is not always necessarily higher, unfortunately, but this is something that I played through now, and now I want to step into something new. So this could be, of course, a breakup, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be a leveling up in a relationship, in a partnership, in a connection, and finding a new way to, or starting a really new story for yourself. It seems like you're walking away from a person. The way these cards are falling out, and I'm intuitively reading them. It is maybe a parting ways with a person, or in general, you, even if it's not a certain person, in general, you deciding to level up for yourself, to move more into a balanced and peaceful and fulfilled state within yourself, and everything that needs to detach from you, and everyone that needs to detach from you, therefore, should just fall away. You know, it's really that people that hold you back, you're just letting them. You're not grabbing onto them, and you're letting them slide. Because this is all you and connected to you, and we have this wonderful Eight of Cups here that is saying, I'm really stepping more and more into my emotional fulfillment, away from situations that maybe might not be just enough, you know, for me emotionally. And I am balancing myself out to take this big step into a really new era, and a new beginning. And funny, the Fool would be the next card after the World card. So we have the World card, and then the number 0, the Fool. So maybe this is what's happening right now, that you are working yourself towards this completion, so you can step into this new thing. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what the Art Oracle cards have to say. for sure, it's about getting what we want here. The Queen of Wands is just so prominent here on the bottom of the deck. Tracy Emin, she is of course the greatest, one of the greats. Tracy Emin, an artist who is still very much alive, and you should check her out if you don't know her. Very popular contemporary artist, and she is like an intense. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a Leo or a Scorpio. Intense painter who paints really, she puts the word pain into painting. She really does work through her pain, through her physical pain, emotional pain, a lot through her paintings. She does these very intriguing, like naked portraits of herself. They're very gory and somewhat, they're not horror, but they have this type of, she paints a lot with red and very messy red colors, and it's also very raw. Very raw would be a good word. Raw and animalistic a little bit, and it's a lot about sex and about desire and about the female desire. So yeah, it's so, you should just look it up. I'm not worthy. I'm not having the words to describe what she's doing. I'm not an art critic, but yeah, she's just very intense. And she says, "Don't hide your dirty sheets in the washer." Okay. Then she says, "Concentrate on finding, not losing yourself in your art." Wow, that's beautiful. "Decay can be a fertilizer for new ideas." Yeah, it's about also looking at those really ugly sides or uncomfortable sides and make something beautiful out of it. That's what she's doing. She battled cancer, I think, and then she really is sharing openly the struggle with her health and with her whole condition, and it's really intense. So if you want some inspiration when you're maybe going through health problems, that's really a place to go. And she's been also, I think her childhood was very, very as you can tell, I'm a big fan because I know a lot of stuff about her. Her childhood, I think, was also very depressing and difficult. So she really made it she made it. You know, she's like Kendall Jenner is buying her art. It's like she made it. It's really the top notch of the contemporary art scene and the art market as well. And it's both. It serves both, which is beautiful. And me as an artist, often, you know, you don't see that very often, that you see a person who is like, oh, I really respect her art, and then also she makes a lot of money from it. Because sometimes it's just people make a lot of money from their stuff and you're like, ugh, I don't know, I just don't get it. It's like, it seems like you're just trying to make a lot of money. But with her, it's really, I just think her art is great, and she deserves every single cent and penny that people give her for that. Interestingly enough, she's like collecting those pennies here. Huh. So something about maybe turning your pain into something creative also, and even maybe something that could bring you money. Here's a thought. All right, that's it. Leo, that's it. That's such a great reading. I'm gonna end it on this note. Thank you so much for being here. And please check out my description box. Please check out my other things that I'm doing, my art, maybe my Instagram. This is a painting I made, or a mixed media collage painting. This is just one of the things I'm doing. So if you're interested in that, of course, I'm also offering that, and you can contact me for commissions or anything. So yeah, thanks for being here, and I hope we'll talk to each other soon, and I'll see you next time here on The Art of Tarot. Bye bye.